Yay. Still odd that these... I will say, if nothing more comes of this, it's so weird that these gigantic set pieces have no boss, and in the center, there's a quest that allows you to get, like, a talisman. You know? The arid tree sea of this talisman was presumed to be an object of myth. This age-old artifact also depicts the two fingers, perhaps hearkening back to the birth of the arid tree. The same thing is said of the Crimson Seed Talisman. So, the arid tree sea of this talisman, is this where the fingers came from? Is that why these areas... I mean, these fingers do look like the fingers, in the sense that they have these, like, world, like, you know, very distinct... I don't know. These giant stone tablets look like it. Like, maybe this is, like, an ancient civilization, or the remnants of it. Well, you know where we're gonna learn more about this? Don't those walls look like the finger shield? I was just thinking that. They do exactly, yeah. The finger shield that you get on your way to the Frenzied Flame duders. Alright, I know you're gonna do something evil. We're in, like, a big evil church with evil music, and you've got Sauron next to you. I'm not dumb, so I'm, like, gathering these for you, and you're like, mwahaha. You have fought your way to gather these two ancient talismans. Now I will take them from you.
Hello there. I heard another sound, colored by your essence. Simply exhilarating, I must say. The stars are dark tonight. But rest assured, this is no ill omen. On the contrary, I believe that this portends a magnificent starry cascade. Now, take this. My final gift to you. May you join the glimmering stars above.
I don't want to. Third ruins map. Okay. A third and final hallowed ruin, distinct from those shown in the first two maps. May you join the glimmer... Okay, I really want to do this, like, right now. So the only place this can be is here. Because there are no other finger ruins. It has to be here. Flavier? Flavier! Do you want confirmation? I want to know how to get in here. Because I've done all this now. Well, I haven't done this, like this watery, low-lying area. Greymoor, is your name Flavier? How to get in there or how to do the map thing? Well, I figure that the final finger ruin must be in this chunk of map because, I mean, I see the rest of the map. There's nowhere else for it to be. It is not? It is not! You asked? I asked Flavier, Greymoor. Don't be foolish. Look at the map. Okay, I feel like I'm pretty soon gonna find out why all these people died. Maybe they tried to attack him and he's actually insanely powerful. He looks like a stupid asshole, so he might be way stronger than he looks. I wish I could enlarge this. That would be very nice. I see a bridge. It looks like it's at the southern cape of a peninsula. Assuming those little bits around it are water. Wait. Hold on. Yeah, there's no denying it. There's absolutely no denying it. There must be a way down. This creepy-ass motherfucker. He's like, hey, here's the way that you get... See how much nicer it was that Flavier didn't tell me right away, but rather said, like, look at the map, it's not where you think it is, and I looked at it and then I realized? Isn't that so much nicer than someone in chat going, hey, it's where you are? Like, you know? Just a personal opinion of mine, I guess, as a person who doesn't have, like, colossal, fatal brain damage. Thank you, Flavier. Okay. There's a way down, or maybe a way to change state, or maybe I have to talk to him again, and he's like, oh ho ho, did you observe the map well enough? Ooh ah.
I told you once. I've no interest.
You told me that now that we're
but
friends.
I must admit, Count Ymir did seem very pleased.
Can we kiss?
Perhaps an exception is in order.
Mm-hmm.
Ymir is a shining star, in our eyes. The only star upon the black canvas of the night.
Oh, fuck.
Our meeting with the Count taught us of the star-draped sky. We know that we cannot reach out to touch it, but we can peer up at its brilliance and heed its guidance. We will never again lose our way in the night.
This guy is 100% a doppelganger from the stars. The stars are living things. Ymir is a shining star. We're doing...
Michael donated
Wow!
$10. Hey,
Thank you,
Vaush,
Michael.
thanks for all you do. Thought I was going insane being more left than liberal, but not as far left as Tanky, and it's a tough space to occupy sometimes.
It really is.
Really appreciate you.
It really is. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm very happy that, like, we've been able to carve out a bit of a better space there, you know? At least we tried to. We have our moments. This guy, anyway, yeah, this guy's fucked. If I attacked him, I bet he would kill me instantly. I don't want to attack him, though, because I would rather kind of live with the ambiguity of that than confirm it or deny it. It might even be a no combat zone, for all I know. Okay, there has to be a way to go down. Can you even attack in this room? No, I can't. I can't attack in this room. Okay, me not being able to attack in this room means these deaths can't be from attacking him. They have to be from completing the quest. There's got to be like a... secret wall, something. Do you want a clue? No. Hold on. It's right here. This cathedral is dark as shit. Why'd they do this? I think this is part of the foreshadowing that he's not who he says he is. The Carrion, the Raya Lucaria is relatively well lit. Carrion servants keep things well lit. This place looks like shit. Doesn't look like it's kept at all. Just one random nobleman in a whole ass fucking cathedral. I'm telling you, there's something to it. There's something to it. I'm gonna look around here, and my next thought is I'm gonna make it nighttime. I'm gonna look around outside. Because maybe we're not looking for a way to go down. Maybe there's like a state change in the environment. Is it a state change I could have activated beforehand? Probably not. Maybe. Might not be a state change at all. I could be totally wrong. It's here. It's supposed to be right here. The Fingies. Weren't there glowing tombstones somewhere in this area? Probably no relationship between those, right? The glowing tombstones didn't look like they had anything to do with the finger ruins. A third and final hallowed ruin, distinct from those shown in the first two maps. May you join the glimmering stars above. 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 Does that mean you have to join the stars in order to see or interact with this ruin or to expose it? Or does that mean that the thing you find at the ruin sends you to the stars above? Is there a way to go to the top of the cathedral, perhaps? Maybe I'm looking to go up rather than down? Or maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe this is something that, like, most people instantly figured out. Is it possible there's a way to get in from, like, the side? I think that would be very unsatisfying if there was just, like, a cave on the side somewhere. Yeah, just making sure I remember that, dude. Okay, whatever it is I'm looking to do, I don't think that it's out here. Not without a bunch of, like, meandering, wandering, aimless speculation on, oh, well, maybe it's in this little pinprick of the forest. I don't think so. It has to be in here, I think. The idea to me, or like in my mind, the way I envision it, is I just step out of these doors after having done something, and the finger ruins are right in front of me. Maybe that's not the case, but... kind of the mental model that I'm working from, the idea of achieving that.
Oh, yes. I believe I can feel it brewing. This evening is a sign of a greater night to come. Do you recall what I said? That Marika and the fingers that guided her were unsound from the start. Well, the truth lies deeper still.
Okay.
It is their mother who is damaged and unhinged. The fingers are but unripe children, victims in their own right. We all need a mother, do we not? A new mother. A true mother who will not give birth to further malady.
Okay, this is like...
join the glimmering stars above.
Vicious, yeah. This is like vicious heresy. So he's claiming that Marika was misled by the fingers, by the greater will, because they weren't proper fingers. They weren't ready. That being said, I don't want to take too long on this, and I feel I am starting to run out of ideas on where I could go, what I could do. There are a bunch of... Not here ahead. Not here ahead. Clevier, might you bequeath me with the faintest hint? I am unashamed. I have never been good at puzzles. Teleport away and come back? Ah, okay, gotcha. You know, I really think that's the sort of thing that would have been... Like, just resting there would have done it. Does resting in an area not, like, trigger the reload? Okay, if that's the thing I was missing, then I don't feel that... then I don't feel as though I've missed anything, if that makes sense. You know, I don't feel like I've... Resting would have done it as well, but I did rest. I even passed time. It's kind of inconsistent. I get that. Well, that certainly looks the same. Mr. Man? Oh, wait, hold. Ah. Okay, right. I needed to exhaust his dialogue, then rest. Okay. Resting would have done it. I just needed to exhaust his dialogue, which I hadn't before. I rested, and I exhausted his dialogue, but I didn't rest after exhausting his dialogue. Okay, fine. That's fine. Wow. How horrifying. Yeah, that's probably true. I guess there's like an eel snake thing hiding behind every... Oh. Sword Hand of Knight Anna. Sword Hand of Knight, comma, Anna. Couldn't we be like friends? You're very cute. I want your armor. Woohoo! Not even close! That is not the girl upstairs. Well, she has the same helmet. I'll speculate on this quest line after I've gotten whatever this thing is. Stake of America. What fucked up thing is gonna happen? Is it gonna be the guy, or is it gonna be like a giant finger monster? Oh god, it's a cutscene. I hate this place. I viscerally despise this. This is awful. I'm probably gonna be stuck here for like 6 fucking streams too. So I can see more of it. Alright, whatever you are, mother of fingers, huh? Okay, you definitely need to die. Like, for moral reasons. Okay, 3 thrashes. Oh, I'm gonna speculate about this. Yep, alright. I don't want to hear that stuff, Stress.
Logan donated $30. Finger ruins. My finger ruined chat's mother last night.
Well, we are fighting a mother. Thank you very much for the very kind dono. Yeah, this does feel very much like a Bloodborne thing. I say, like in a complimentary fashion. Well, they have certainly taken to answering where the fingers came from. Okay. Okay. We both... Nice! Ah, yes! That was like the last fucking frame, probably. Ah! Okay. Okay, I think there was a patch in the middle there I could have stood in. Maybe I could have jumped over that? That first attack goes over me if I'm... Sure, man. That's cool. We're fighting like a god, I guess. I'd say we're doing pretty good, personally. Suffer not this monstrous thing. Okay, you know, I'm sure there's a pattern. This is gonna, like, blow up and end the... Sheesh. I don't know how to deal with this, man. No way. Alright, get ready for phase fucking 50. Can we do it? Oh! Whoa! Legendfeld. Is that a new one? No, I think you get Legend for Placidusax as well. It's a shame. I was kind of hoping that she would be harder. Well, we know where the fingers come from now. She didn't even die, she just left. I'm gonna be honest with you, I have literally no fucking idea what the lore for this is. Read a remembrance? Yeah. Please give me, like, a little bit of info. Mother of Fingers, hewn into the skibbity. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the finger reader. Alternatively, it can be used to... Right. The mother of all two fingers, and finger creepers, was in turn a magnificently gleaming daughter of the greater will, and the first shooting star to fall upon the lands between. Okay, that actually tracks pretty closely. So all of this, they are descendant from a physical being, because the Elden beast is also a daughter or son or whatever of the greater will, and it's also kind of like a shooting star, right? Like, the Elden beast is, like, glowing with, like, you know, space whirly shit inside of it. But this was the very first one that fell upon the lands between. Also, worth noting, by the way, to fall upon the lands between, which suggests that the realm of shadow was considered part of the lands between before America separated it. Like, clearly this is where the finger thing landed. Like, I mean, come on. Like, clearly this is where the shit was going on. Though the fact that there are multiple landing sites suggests... I don't know. So this was part of the lands between. Huh. Lopa Merbla, I know you knew well. Or I know you meant well. But it's gotta be done. Staff passion from the tail fingers of Meteor, the mother of fingers, and the microcosm raised aloft of the crux they formed. Catalyst for casting both sorceries and incantations. The mother received signs from the greater will, from the beyond of the microcosm. Despite being broken and abandoned, she kept waiting for another message to come. How could she have been broken and abandoned? Broken and abandoned by the greater will? Well, let me... I'm gonna get these. I'm gonna get the weapons, because I don't really use spells. Does the greater will not care about the lands between anymore? It's possible that the finger lady was just sent as an envoy to spread and create, like, messengers or conduits that the greater will could use. The fingers. Okay, Flavir. So, I have completed many of these areas. I still have not completed this low-lying area here. I would very much like to crack this nut open. How, or from where, I should say, would I broach this area? I could also try to make a little bit of headway into Ymir, the super-duper final ultra place. Don't do that? Okay. Somebody got muted earlier for suggesting I take a peek at the suppressing pillar. I don't necessarily disagree with the moral righteousness of that mute. That being said, I am curious to go there again. It's clearly an important place. They're trying to get you to read that headstone? I didn't even see this. Thank you. The very center of the lens between all manners of death wash up here only to be suppressed. Doesn't this kind of confirm my theory? That the shadow of the air tree, this area is where, like, the dead of the lands between pit as they're buried? You know? Like, they kind of sink into the world? Alright. Okay, you said the front of it with the burning boats. Wait, hold on 1 second. Let me appreciate the scenic vista. We have the Shadow Keep and the Skibbity Tree. God, it's beautiful. That explains what this looks like. Merica sealed this all off. These look like the veils above Merica's bedchamber. That's what they look like. These look exactly like the veils of cloth above the gigantic bed that Merica has. That's why it looks like it, because she sealed it off. I thought it was like a veil, like a death veil, like what you put over the face of a corpse. But this is her. Wait, Flavier, which one am I going to? There are a lot of bonfires here. Like, an insane number of bonfires in the same place. This is fine? Gotcha. I may have to literally direct you. You said it was next to all those burning boats that I noted. These ones up here. Well, let's go there first then. Other way. You're not Flavier. Genericana. Good damage, even though it's only a +9. Especially because I'm not stat optimizing. I'm like level 190, but I've got my stats evenly split, more or less. Strength, Dex, Arcane, Faith, and... Good damage. A jumping R2 would one-shot those guys once I get the +10. Rolling R1's good. This feels pretty good.
Ethan donated $25.
Thank you, Ethan.
Hello, is this the Skibbity tree? Yes, this is she.
Skibbity. How silly. Well, it depends on the weapon, Inky Oak. I think some weapons have really high base damage, and it's mostly just the level of the weapon, and some weapons have, hold on. Oh, we got a natural weapon drop. It's a colossal sword. That's a colossal sword? Not just a great sword? Pretty fast one. This might, like, in terms of just, like, if we were min-maxing, I feel like that one might actually be a really good weapon. I just get the feeling from it. I don't know. Oh, that first attack did 1488. Uh-oh, boys. So somewhere up here? It's over here? Did I just not go over here? Hold on. Nice. What are we even looking for in here? Apparently, like, half the game. Okay, so it's not here. Because I came through this way. So I merged out this way. I took a right. It has Princess in Yellow. Generally speaking, super heavy weapons aren't very good at proccing Frostbleed, whatever the fuck, because they don't attack very often. Normally you want, like, pole arms, or sorry, twin blades, or weapons that attack really quick, like claws or fists or something. In this case, the Frost is just a nice little extra. Pressing R2 during your Ash of War will initiate a different attack. So. Didn't I do that? That's... Oh, no. Okay, doing it with R2 rather than L2 makes it much more fast and aggressive. Interesting. But it ends it. I couldn't continue it after that, so that's like the final doot-doot-doot. Okay, I don't see anything on either end of this boat thing. Flavier, is it further this way? Pretty kitty, I didn't ask you. I asked Flavier, which is why I say Flavier whenever I provide follow-up questions. It can't be down this way. I think earlier when I said, like, hey, Flavier, can you tell me and only Flavier, not anyone else, don't get the plus. When I did that, I'm sure there were people in chat being like, oh, he's doing a joke, he's doing a bit, but, like, that is actually what you need to do. Alright, well, I'm pretty sure this is it. I'd be surprised if it wasn't it. Unless there's like 2 places forward that I missed. Oh, Miyazaki hit something behind a waterfall. No, Velvet Benoit. I feel like doing that would be ceding unnecessary ground. Oh god, I was looking at a text when that happened. I didn't think something would actually come of that. Domain of Dragons painting. Pog. Domain of Dragon. Oh god, we're going to a dragon area again. Maybe I should switch back to the halberd because that is lightning down. Down the river. My favorite part of any area in Elden Ring. When you enter the coffin and fall down a waterfall. Everyone say thank you, coffin. Thank you, coffin. If we end up fighting dragons, I'm going to switch back to the halberd for a bit. So the coffin breaks your fall. Don't worry about it. Annie, thank the coffin. Spooky music. I see dragon bones. Or do I? Oh, never mind. That's like a cauldron. Okay, looks like we got some stuff to do. Damn, I've only got 30 more minutes of stream if I don't want to read donos. Reading donos will cut into that time. I would hate to not read the donos, but I'm also really enjoying myself. When did Vaush start playing a lady? I changed my character's visuals before stream today. Hi. You're not gonna turn on, are you? Unta. What's the name of your weapon? It's the Putrescence Cleaver. I have not tried on the bird slut outfit yet, Flevier. Is there a gender coffin in this game? No, I don't think so, at least. You can just change your character's appearance whenever you want. At Raya Lucaria. One of these days I'm gonna have to learn how to fight you guys. I bet there's some trick to it, because the hits I was doing to your legs weren't doing anything. And I do plenty of damage, so... At first I thought it might be I needed more skibbity fragments, but now that I've got like 13 levels in the skibbity fragment department... What? You leave them alone for a second. Alright. I'll slaughter all of you when the time is right. You're genocide machines. There's actually like a very strong moral pretext for killing these things, considering what they've done. Have I taken down any of them yet? No, I have not. You know what? Maybe it's like the fire giant, which would make sense thematically. Oh. And I gotta knock the... You know, knock the stuffing out of you. Okay, yeah, no, I get you. I'm just kind of trading. We're just experimenting. Ow. I didn't even see that one coming. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh! What happens? I didn't see anything. No. I imagine that stagger was probably my opening to... Oh boy. Okay, you know... That stagger was probably my opening to, Oh my god. Properly kill it. Okay. So I do that, and what happens? Nothing that I see happens. Ow. What are we doing? Okay, there's more of this crap. Yeah, that attack feels like it just kills you. Yeah, this is still a puzzle, and I want to figure it out later. I mostly just want to explore forward right now. That's the thing that I want to do. That's my true heart's desire. Okay. Oh, your day is coming. Oh, you will, a vicious reckoning. Vaush versus the unmatched power of the sun. Vaush versus the unmatched power of, incendiary genocide. Remarkable how many problems you can solve with extreme violence. Want to get some forward Ooh. Nice try, Mr. Guy. Man, the horn scent really didn't have a chance, huh? Okay. Alright, game. You put a little bump. You put a little gap, you put a little bump. Alright. Such a dick move. They know what they're doing. At least they did it right after a grace. Yeah, Miyazaki, you guard. You rapscallion. What? I couldn't jump! I forgot you can't jump when you have the... I just wanted to quickly pick it up. Yeah, baited by 6 thin beast bones. That was 100% done intentionally. Well, I'm sorry that I'm just so naturally charismatic and entertaining that my charming goofs come across as like equivalent to well-scripted, professionally choreographed content. Sorry, I'm just naturally this goofy. Not you, Vaush, FromSoft? Oh. Vaush, you're not special. I meant the placement of the bones, the path right. But okay, no need to insult me. You can bring me down to Earth. There's no reason to send me down to hell.
Kyle donated $50.
Thank you,
This
Kyle.
Outer Wilds DLC looks amazing.
Yeah, it's just like Outer Wilds, and that chat can't help themselves with the spoilers. You know? Fuck, that's such a good game. One day I need to become like a crippling alcoholic so I can damage my brain enough to forget everything about Outer Wilds so I can sober up and then play it again. It'll all be worth it. Be like Northern Lion and just do Galaxy Gas. That's how his content's so good. It all makes sense now. Cave. Fuck you. What's Galaxy Gas? Isn't Galaxy Gas just Whippets? But it's nitrous oxide, but a company started calling it Galaxy Gas and flavoring it. It's actually kind of like, I don't want to exaggerate. I think the people who make it should be sentenced to death. They just started canning nitrous oxide and flavoring it. You're just doing brain damage? Oh, no, yeah, literally. What's Whippet? It's nitrous oxide. It's just a very, very brief high that kills you very, very effectively, you know? There are less retarded ways to commit suicide. Like huffing spray paint. I'm pretty sure it does the same basic thing as huffing spray paint in that it kills your brain. Like, I think it is similar in that you're getting hypoxia, which is bad for your brain. It's not even just hypoxia. Yeah, I don't know. It fucks you up really, really, really bad. You should never, ever, 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 ever do Whippets. You know, I'm generally pretty anti-drug, so maybe the perceived legitimacy of my message is being tainted by this, you know? But, like, yeah, you really shouldn't do that. Become an alcoholic and say, literally, yeah, like, if you see a fork in the road and one of them is, like, inhaling a bunch of galaxy gas and the other one is becoming a severe alcoholic, and I genuinely think the severe alcoholic is the pure choice. Like, it's not even difficult. Prospect 2? What the fuck are you saying? Does weed kill brain cells and make you die? I don't think so. I mean, maybe if you take a really big hit and then hold it for so long that you die. No. Yeah, weed kills your personality. Genuinely, Flevier, like the Whippet, it just you're blunting your brain in a permanent way. Whippets make me more creative. No, they don't. Please don't say that. They don't. The idea, first of all Whippets do is make you collapse and kill you, for one. But for two, the idea that any drug makes you more creative is just not true. Creativity is an intellectual process, you know? I think you need to have a very bad understanding of how the creative process works if you think it comes from just being looped out of your mind, right? Like, maybe being XD random can be easier if your brain is dying. I don't know. That seems like a pretty bad price to pay. Like, oh, in exchange for your long-term health and happiness, we grant you the ability to say, like, banana penguin. Very, like, shit like that, you know? Like, okay. But the creative process takes a lot of thought and rigorous mental activity. Depression doesn't make you more creative either. No, not at all. It makes you, like, less creative because it kills your brain. Depression, I mean. Like, it's not good for your brain. I can buy the idea that drug experiences can expand your mind in the sense of, like, ego death, or they can make you think about things you hadn't thought before because you're now more, like, aware of the extent to which your faculties can be pushed. But I don't think it makes you more creative in a way that actually, like, helps you make things. Maybe you get some insight. That being said, I do not think you are getting any fucking insight from Whippets. Like, at all. I don't think that shit's doing that for you. Like, there's literally videos on Twitter of, like, people doing Whippets, and they just collapse instantly, and they just turn into, like, dolls. It's not... Yeah, I know there's some research into that on like, psilocybin, Plevier, but I don't know anything about it. Those Twitter clips are fucked. Yeah, they really are. The chatters that promote that play too much Class of 09. Didn't Class of 09... Isn't it, like, an edgy, visual novel, and people are mad at it because it's, like, edgy or something? Do I have this wrong? Oh. Damn, we both did our L2s at the same time. I think it's incel bait. I saw some clips of it. Not the clips people were mad about. I saw some clips of it. The Class of 09 thing. And I have to say, the art style looks like it's a deliberate parody of the way, I don't know, like, Bratz dolls looked. It looks very Class of 09, I guess. But, the voice acting was really good. Like, there were some really solid line deliveries that I just do not often see in video games. Or in visual novels or anything. I'm not a big VN guy myself, you know, but... I want to. Literally cuck-plotted from what I understand. I mean, isn't, like... I'm not trying to talk it down or... Oh, you talk it down or whatever, but, like, isn't the point that it's edgy? Like, it's meant to be... You sure got a lot of poise in that. The Nazi teacher route was funny. Yeah, I don't know any of this shit. That's probably true, Salvaris. My like, feeling from what I saw, the little bits of it that I saw, is that it was trying to be that kind of, like, obnoxious, edgy for the sake of edginess that was common back in 2009. I mean, don't you guys remember? This isn't quite the right time, but, like... Dude! Oh, I got my runes. Don't you guys remember, like, Smiling Tree Friends? Or what was the thing's name? Something the Squirrel? You remember this? Like, what was Something the Squirrel? Yeah, Happy Tree Friends, but what was the Something the Squirrel? It was like the little gray squirrel who was profane and made lots of nasty sex jokes. And it was, like, very edgy for the sake of being edgy. Foamy the Squirrel! Man, I ain't heard that shit in ages. Ah, come on. Not gonna get to use my cool flippy flip ability with this guy. Foamy's still doing stuff? I just mean that's the vibe that I got from it, but if you're saying that it's edgy and bad in other ways, then I don't know about it. I hate this a bit. Literally fuck this guy. Did you just infinite poise? You could just... That's annoying. You're annoying. guess he doesn't really dodge roll, so it's just like... I mean, it's not even, like, difficult to deal with. It's just annoying. Because I want to do my flip-flip move. Fuck you. Ah, the whole set, huh? I wonder what the special ability on that katana is. Whoosh, whoosh. Whoosh, whoosh. Whoosh, whoosh. Your thoughts on nicotine? I mean, doesn't it... I mean, isn't nicotine the part they put with the tobacco to make it even more addictive? Like, the point of nicotine is just to make you addicted to it, right? Like, I know tobacco can... Tobacco. I know tobacco can, like, give you a buzz, but isn't the nicotine on its own just the thing that makes you an addict? I think nicotine is in tobacco. Yeah, but don't they add tobacco to... Or do they add nicotine to it? It's naturally... I know it's naturally occurring. I'm saying they add it to, like, it is something they cultivate deliberately to enhance the nicotinosity of it, to use a technical term. I don't think there's anything wrong with doing drugs. I guess it's just mostly how much of your life do you want to control and what relationship do you have to those drugs. And it seems like for a lot of people at first the drugs enhance the experience of life for a while. And then after a little while, life just dulls without the drug, and then it's like the drug kind of has them, you know? And that happens with a ton of shit. I mean, that happens even with non-drugs. That happens with video games. Which is why I have the exact same take with video games, keep in mind, right? Like when I say, you know, don't waste your life, you know, gorging on infinite free-to-play whatever the fuck, or gambling. Like, I try to be consistent with this. You want to have as much autonomy as possible with how you spend your life. Yeah, that's fair, Tempest, you know. Twilight years. It's not really a moral thing. I don't know, I just like smoking weed. So what you just said is, to me, the warning sign, right? That reflexive, like, I don't know, man, I just like it. It betrays to me like a low level of self-awareness or introspection when it comes to the substance use. Mr. Vaush, man, what if I really do just like smoking weed? It's a non-answer to the point, because enjoying something doesn't have anything to do with whether or not you have a toxic relationship to that thing. An alcoholic could say, I don't know, man, I just enjoy, I just enjoy, like, you know, drinking alcohol. It's like, okay, that doesn't really, like, address anything, you know? It's about the relationship you have to the substance, not how you feel about it. King Jar Jerk, I completely agree. Yeah, that's almost always the telling sign. When I say something general and someone in chat gets defensive, even a little bit defensive. I smoke after work to relax. Isn't that better than drinking myself to death? Brander Mifflin, you're doing the defensive thing. Well, maybe I do X, but that's better than Y, right? Is that the only dichotomy? Is it a false choice? Between, like, are those the only two choices? Like, you're doing the defensiveness that I'm talking about, right? Like, you could literally, in your own head, be like, yeah, okay, I have a healthy relationship with marijuana, and that's fine. Like, I'm not questioning that. That's... You're literally yourself. I don't know. What the fuck is... You are literally you. You're making a dichotomy of right and wrong. No, I'm not. You're only perceiving that dichotomy because you're being defensive. At no point have I said it's wrong to smoke weed. I've said it's wrong to have, like, an addiction to a drug control your life. You are the one who heard that and felt attacked. Oh, here you are. Like, no, you're not being clear. No, I'm being pretty clear. You're being defensive. You're just not recognizing the defensiveness, because that's what defensiveness looks like. Defensive people rarely think they're being defensive. Again, I'm not, like, saying you can't smoke weed or anything. I'm just saying your response to me makes me feel like you might have a negative relationship. I think you really don't understand my point. I don't know. I mean, your point was, I don't know, man, I just like smoking weed. Isn't that better than being an alcoholic? Which, yeah. It's not really what I was talking about, though. It's happened many times, Shmi. Anyway, I'm not here to attack it. My intention is never to, like, lord over other people, you know? Like, I'm pretty reliant on Adderall for my day-to-day. I can live without it, you know? It's not like I take Adderall and instantly get a buzz from it. It's more like it helps me function over the course of the day. The difference with Adderall is just my ADHD exists whether or not I take the Adderall. Taking the Adderall just makes me a more functional person. It's not really an addiction to it. It's just sort of, oh, it helps me operate better in my life. So, cool. I have a good relationship with it. Whoa. Oh, Winby, I'm happy to hear that. Happy you're doing better. Yeah, Vaush, you were a little judgy when talking about us galaxy travelers. Yeah, I guess that's true. My apologies to any galaxy gas enjoyers in chat. I didn't mean to make you feel, like, stigmatized or anything. Generally curious about your opinions of substance. Tobacco is super addictive. You were talking about. You talked about weed before being something only useless potheads. Okay, you're doing the defensiveness thing again. I have never in my life said weed is something only useless potheads use. You are internalizing, like, a lot of judgment that I have not levied, you know? But I don't like tobacco. I mean, smoking kills a lot of people. I've done weed. Basically, all my friends smoke weed. I'm not saying, like, you're a useless Vaush, you're not remembering your past comments. Well, you know, like you, I might have some trouble with my memory. No, really, like, I have never said that. I have made fun of weed smokers before, and I will never stop doing that. But, like, if you, like, whatever hyperbolic judgmental statements I've made in the past, I do not think that smoking weed is something only useless potheads do. It's true, Thana. That's pretty true. We need, like, Dare, but cool. We need, like, Dare, except rather than a cop showing up at an elementary school and saying, yeah, if you smoke a spliff, it'll turn you into this, and then show you a picture of, like, a penis that's been split open by a bandsaw. A guy needs to come in and say, like, listen, you can smoke weed and it's fine, but don't be cringe about it. And that will be what they'll tell, like, 8th graders or something. The Dare needs to be, okay, high school Dare is like, okay, weed can be fine, but here is a Sigma alpha male edit of non-weed smokers who are only able to look this clean and cut because they didn't smoke weed, you know? And then it's like a 2-minute music playing over montage of, like, guys who look like they mew 19 hours a day, wearing suits and looking like stock images of, you know, Wall Street investors. And then they show some dudes in, like, a beanie or hoodie on the couch, not really doing much. It's like, yeah, you can smoke weed, but... No, I agree, Flavier, because right now, like, we know for a fact Dare does the opposite. It makes... Dare increases drug use because the Dare officers... Huh? What are you all going down there for? Oh, I see. People... I see. The Dare officers are like, yeah, man, if you do weed, it'll turn your penis inside out. And then the kids learn that's not true. Oh, fuck. And then they're like, okay, so I guess drugs are fine then? I guess I just got lied to? I've always been of the opinion that, like, for the most part, with some obvious reasonable exceptions, you should pretty much always treat kids like adults. Especially in high school. Like, obviously they're not adults. They're, like, retarded 15-year-olds. They're fucking idiots. Like, adults are idiots too, but, like, they're idiots. But you should talk to them like they're adults. So they feel like they're being respected and they listen to you because they no longer think that you're just... like, you're talking down to them. Yeah, you want to try to approach them on their level. Otherwise, why the fuck should they listen to you? Like... You know, I remember being young, I guess. Why on earth would I ever deign to listen to someone who clearly doesn't respect me at all? It seems stupid. Oh, I don't want to do a catacomb. I'm so close to getting to the area. Wait, hold on. Flevier, does going through the catacomb... Oh, the Flevier, it's through the catacomb, isn't it? Yes? Man, I'm already 7 minutes over. God damn it. I really want to go. I really want to get that final map piece. I really want to see what this is. This is basically like the second to last area I think it's not like necessarily chronologically or like the ordering of the areas isn't necessarily consistent. This feels like we're entering into, to an extent, Zilveris, it is less harmful, but I think that weed still very much has the ability to rule a person's life. And that's what people need to be careful about, you know?
Jesse donated $100.
Jesse!
Thanks for the radicalization, sensible talking points, and positive atmosphere about consistent self-improvement.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I guess I have it. Oh, hello. I guess that has been coming up. I've always really enjoyed the self-improvement talk stuff. I just like talking to people about, I don't know, confidence and charisma and stuff like that. Not to say I'm an expert on the subject. I feel like I communicate the ideas pretty well. It's also a little bit like the talking to children thing, in that when you're trying to talk to people about self-improvement, you really don't want to patronize to them. You can, you know, razz them up a little, or you can maybe insult them a little bit sometimes if they're being fuckwits, but if you patronize too much, you get into that, like, twee self-help, insincere nonsense. Ow. And people don't respond well to that. Oh, Zalvarez, for the most part, I think it's a pretty good, like, general baseline belief, or a thing to strive for, that you should want... You should want to be able to live from day to day, like from wake up to sleepy time, without needing drugs to get by. And obviously that's complicated because, like, oh, well, what about medicinal marijuana? And it's like, okay, when you say stuff like that, I do sometimes assume you're being bad faith or defensive, because you know I don't fucking mean that. I mean, like, your emotional state and mood are, hinging on, like you're too angry, or you can't, like, you just can't deal with it or whatever. So you need to drink or smoke or whatever else. Yeah, it's not a gatekeeping attempt. It's just that wouldn't, like the ideal should be the drugs add to your life. Maybe like they supplement it when you take them, but you don't need them. You know, you need food, you need water, but what? That shit just bounced. Oh shit. What the fuck are you doing? Stop. Bouncy ass motherfucker. True, Civ Jones. I just think it's a direct blowback to the DARE program, Civ Jones, where young people were taught that marijuana was like part of this evil cabal of mind-altering substances that include things like heroin. And then when they learn that weed doesn't do that at all, they're like, oh, yeah, no, actually, weed is so much better than alcohol. And you know what? It is. Weed is a lot better than alcohol. But you get all of this, like, blowback, this like, you know, reaction to the reaction, that a lot of people underestimate the extent to which marijuana can fuck up their life. And you run into, like, the current situation where nowadays there aren't that many people who fearmonger that hard about weed, maybe from like boomers or whatever, but at least it doesn't, in popular culture, people have pretty much normalized weed usage. I know it's still illegal in a lot of the country, but that's on its way out, clearly, you know. Clearly the fight has been won, you know, the hearts and minds, the battle. The battle's been won. So you get a lot of people who are doing the opposite, you know, they're kind of like reacting to how they remember the culture being 15 years ago, where people still treated weed like it was insanely dangerous or whatever. Yeah, Goth Princess. I don't know if I'm ever gonna have kids, but I've always felt like I would be pretty good about that if I did have kids, you know? Like, not, like, treating them like a person. I mean, I would hope so, but you know what I mean. Like, not just treating them like a person, but being considerate enough of how they feel that I could kind of engage with them directly. I would feel so bad, if I was a parent and my kid, like, didn't trust me enough to come to me with if there was some problem they were having. I feel like that doesn't eat at a lot of parents, but it really should. If you're a parent and your kid's dealing with a serious problem, fuck yeah, and they don't, like, seek out your assistance, and I don't mean, like, something embarrassing that obviously any young person would hesitate to share with their parents, you know. Oh my goodness gracious. You should bring that spell to, like, Radagon or something, so that he can defend the Elden Ring effectively. Oh, Steak America. I guess it's a pretty big catacomb. But if my kid was in serious trouble, and they didn't feel like they could come to me for help, I feel like I would consider that a pretty serious indictment. Oh no, Flevier, I know what you're going to say, because I happened to see this Zully the Witch video. They've got a baby. They're holding a little baby. Oh, fuck, you again. Don't do it. Okay, you can do that attack all you want. A lot of maternal imagery in this game. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. The sorcerer is King Jar Jerk, the tall one that nuked me for 1,000,000 damage. That one. Anonymous Platypus, I'm really sorry to hear that. That fucking sucks. I've always been really lucky with my folks. I've got a lot of friends who don't have the best relationship with their families for a variety of reasons. My parents have always been, like, really awesome. So I feel like I'm the one person I know, because everyone else, it's like a queer person thing where it's like, oh, what's your family trauma? And then at some point I get asked, I'm like, well, no, sorry. Sorry, my family's, like, really great. I don't even say, it's not even like my family's normal, because I think it's normal for families to be, honestly, kind of not that great. Just based on the experiences I've had, the people I've talked to, like the, you know, the friends that I've had. It seems like the norm is... I see you. The norm is not great. The new norm? Not great, as it turns out. Oh. Okay, okay. Okay, okay, okay. Wait. Dude, this place is huge. You're huge. Oh my god, you're massive. I thought you were just like one size up. I think you're 2 sizes up. Yeah. That's probably pretty true. If you had to look at material conditions, what sets your parents apart? I just think my parents have good temperament for raising children. I mean, obviously the material factors of, like, my parents both making enough money to, like, send me to a good school district and stuff, you know, that obviously was a huge help. But I think the biggest leg up in my life was not class-based. It was really just my parents were just cut out for that sort of thing, you know? It's helpful. Help me pursue my interests, you know? I really think that it's a kind of privilege that is difficult to talk about, because I think in a lot of ways when it comes to your well-being, it's almost more powerful than, like, any other factor. But it's not as easy to figure out as something like, oh my god. Race or class. This is such a cool intro. I mean, this is such a cool, like... Hey, what's up? You're a unique boss. Oh, fuck. Oi, oi, oi. Oh, boy. Elder Inquisitor. Clearly an Inquisitor of the Horn Scent, not of Mesmer's army. Oh. Oh, Fat! Fat Jory! Oh boy. Oh boy. I think we're in the shit. Where? Where? Oh. Oh, I staggered the... Oh! Fat Jory! Damn. Oh, we're gonna die. Ah. Sheesh. Kinda weird to think of the Horn Scent as having an inquisitor, since they're mostly the colonized faction, not the colonizer faction. And the Inquisitor's over here, too, which kinda implies that we're entering into an area where the Horn Scent were waging their own conflict, trying to make people support the Crucible. I'm stronger nuts, though this weapon isn't fully upgraded yet. Oh, I knocked you out of the... You're getting fucked up, lady. I assume you're a lady. You look like one. Oh, okay, that's fine. Oh, fuck, I was using the not... Oh, no. Oh, dear. I'm getting bodied. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm getting smooshed. Okay, we played it safe there. I'm very proud of myself. Whoa, I should have known. Nice. That was a fun fight. That's not a remembrance fight, certainly. Barbed staff spear. Nice, nice. Definitely a casting implement. Okay. I want to get this. I want it so badly. It's time to run forward. Let's find out what the Horn Scent wanted to convert. Wow, this place looks... Torrent? Is something ahead spooky? I mean, it's incredibly spooky. The spectral steed is frightened and cannot be summoned. I thought I was joking. Cool. Don't let it see you. Once you are seen, there is no escape. It cannot even be touched. All right. Well, guess we're running late today. I see a figure walking down the road. Is that an it? Is the it... Is the it simply a dude? Does it see through your eyes? You can't be the it. Matting hand. I was wondering if there was going to be any Frenzied Flame rep. Fuck you. Huh. Map of the Abyss, huh? This might be a good place to cut it. I got the map. And I'm gonna open the map and take a look at it very shortly. First, I just want to make sure there's nothing extremely spooky. Huh. Oh my god, it's actually laid out like a bunch of paths through. Like, I mean, it looks, it's It's laid out the way like a spooky forest would be laid out, is what I mean. I love this place. The vibes here are immaculate.